Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for a Godzilla Explained video. Now this is actually about the discarded 1994 American Godzilla script, which would become, of course, Zilla with Roland Emmerich. Now this is about an unmade and widely considered to be one of the most awesome monster designs, which would have went up against Godzilla. This is a different Godzilla, it's not Zilla. This is the Stan Winston Godzilla. But this creature is called the GRYPHON, or GRYPHON, and it's an unmade alien kaiju from the unmade 1994 American Godzilla film. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because actually some new images have just been released, which you'll see on the screen now, and they are absolutely incredible images. Genuinely, what an absolutely epic design, once again, showing exactly why Stan Winston was on top. The Winston Studios were just utterly incredible, and I stand by that. It's incomparable with anything else. The designs are absolutely spectacular. So what is the GRYPHON? Well, the GRYPHON has the body of a puma, the wings of a bat, and a hydra-headed tongue composed of snakes. Truly nightmare fuel, if there ever was such a thing. Now, as told in the script for the discarded 1994 film, the GRYPHON was one of many bioengineered superweapons, which in fact, I'm led to believe we'll be getting images for the other monsters coming soon, some of the concept designs for that as well. Now, this bioengineered superweapon was created by an extraterrestrial civilization with the purpose of exterminating the life of entire worlds so that they could be colonized. These weapons, which resemble animate masses of metallic liquid in their base form, can assimilate genetic material from other organisms to obtain various forms. It is essentially a cell-like being. It's a super weapon, a creature which is comprised of many beings, a super weapon of its planet. The extraterrestrial wishes to overthrow. Now, the weapon in the script uses the genetic material of bats to create probe bats, which, again, we are supposed to be getting some images of them soon. These are envoys which gather more biomaterial and feed it to the weapon. Essentially a drone-like being which just allows it to consume more material. Now, the weapon uses the gathered material to become the GRYPHON, a gigantic mutation which bears traits of bats, pumas, and snakes. It also is said to have electric eels, and that is one of its assaulting attacks. Anyway, it would allow itself to generate electricity in its wings, again because it looks quite like a dragon, not an actual GRYPHON, it looks more like a dragon, but the electric eels allowed the being to shoot out electricity when it grappled with Godzilla in the script, and it also allows it to physically project electricity as well. Now, in the early script by Terry Rossio and Ted Elliott, the GRYPHON first arrived in Utah, United States, in a meteorite and begins to consume animals, sending probe bats to gather the genetic material from many different Earth animals to construct a new body for itself. Once it built its body, it went to New York to battle Godzilla, the big G-Man, where it was subsequently destroyed. Now, there is a popular misconception that Toho's agreement with TriStar forbade them from creating any monsters of their own. Toho apparently told TriStar that if their Godzilla was to battle another creature, it had to be a Toho creature. So the two monsters Toho offered, Mothra and King Ghidorah, were too expensive, which is one of the primary reasons why Legendary probably won't reuse those monsters moving forwards, because they are incredibly expensive. But this would, of course, make TriStar decline, because it's very costly to make a Godzilla film. However, although Toho did offer Mothra and King Ghidorah to TriStar, this was not the real reason the film was scrapped. Sony's executives could not agree on the proposed budget for the film, and one of those reasons is because GRYPHON and the Godzilla from Stan Winston Studios were just leagues above anything else. They were fantastic creatures, and they would have cost an awful lot to animate. Now, of course, without a budget being proposed for the film, eventually this would cause the would-be director Jan de Bont to drop out of the project. And of course, several rewrites down the road, Roland Emmerich and Dean Devlin jumped on board to direct and produce. Now, in terms of abilities, the claws of the Griffin are actually quite interesting. So it has claws, clawed hands, wings, etc., where it can grapple, claw, attack, and use its teeth. But if you look at its hoofs, the hoofs are quite interesting because they, well, again, just a beautiful design here. You have the hoofs, and then you have little claws coming out the back of the hoofs. A beautiful design, again, once again cementing Stan Winston as one of the best in the business, and this is exactly why. The design is staggeringly good, put into this sort of maquette. It's beautiful. It really, really looks fantastic. Now again, like I said, the Griffin was able to shoot electricity. It would fire blasts of electricity from its wings, and this was, again, due to its simulation of electric eels. It also had genetic absorption, which we know anyway, due to the fact that this is how the creature came into being. The Griffin can modify probe bats to collect animals for it and absorb genetic material from different creatures to build a new body for itself. So it would essentially constantly rejuvenate itself. It was the ultimate being, so to speak. Or at the very least, that's what the extraterrestrials programmed the creature to become. But they didn't quite bank on the big G, did they? Now the tongue, the Griffin has a hydra-headed snake tongue in its mouth, so numerous snakes would come out of its mouth, and that was what functioned as its mouth. Now there you have it, ladies and gents. Again, I saw this because of the brand new images that were released. Again, it's a beautiful design. Of course, it doesn't actually resemble a Griffin. It resembles more a dragon than anything else, but it's a great design. Yes, this would not have worked up against Zilla. Zilla would have been utterly crushed by this monster. But against Stan Winston's Big G, this probably would have fared a decent chance, or at least Big G would have fared a decent chance. Again, beautiful design. A shame we never got this monster, this kaiju. But what do you guys think of the Griffin, and what do you guys think of the scrapped 1994 American Godzilla film? Again, the scrapped one, not Zilla. What do you think? Let me know down below. If you are new here, please do hit subscribe. Love to have you here more often. Give the video a like, and please do share it. I don't do many explained videos or lore videos these days because I don't get many views. So help this video out by sharing it if you want to see more in future. But thank you all so much for watching, ladies and gents. Take care.